Okay,
Whoa.
intro over.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. This is the Allied Rivals podcast, and just a couple seconds ago, you heard Cademan talking about how I had a little game for him, and you know how everybody talks about way too early predictions and how ridiculous those are once the NFL season starts, because it's like the season, as soon as the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, what came out? Next year's Super Bowl predictions already. That is way too early. So here's our kind of way too early questions instead. I'm going to grill Cademan really fast. 10 questions, 5 for the AFC, 5 for the NFC, and we're just going to see what he says. I got put on the spot for the NCAA video, and now it's Cademan's turn. My man, are you ready to get started?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. AFC or NFC first? Which conference should we go with?
AFC.
AFC it is. Well, we'll start with an easy one. Will the Jets win a game this year, or will they be one of the few teams in NFL history ever to not win a game?
Like, will they be the first team to go 0-17?
Yes.
You know what? I gotta look at their schedule real fast.
Go ahead.
Nope, they're gonna beat the Texans. Calling it right now.
Ooh. Okay, when is that? When is that game?
I don't know. Somewhere around like week 12, I think.
Let's assume
somewhere around there.
Tyrod comes back. Do the Jets still win?
Bro, I don't know. I think the Jets are still going to win a game. It doesn't matter who they're going to beat. They're going to win a game.
Somewhere along the line. Well, you heard it here first.
Yes,
let's see how many of these predictions come true by the end of the season. Next one. Alrighty. Are the Steelers completely dead, Cademan? We know their offensive line is bad. We know Big Ben is old. And yeah, right now, their entire wide receiver core is injured. But that defense is still nuts when they're fully healthy. Hayden, Fitzpatrick, TJ Watt. What do you think, Cade? Are the Steelers completely done?
Well, see, that's the thing. They're not healthy, the defense at least. And so we don't know. It just depends on how long these guys are gone and when they come back, how good they are. If they're gone a while, like TJ Watt is such a difference maker. They get TJ Watt back. Everything's different just because big thing is they put pressure on the quarterback, and not only does that help like sacks and all that, but the quarterback has less time to throw, which helps the secondary a ton, so they don't have to cover guys for like 10 seconds. So are the Steelers completely washed? I don't think so yet, but they're close.
Interesting.
They're really close because Big Ben is not looking good.
Very true. Lightning fast. Next one, K. With the Chiefs 1-2, are the Bills the new AFC frontrunner?
Yes, they are. Next question.
All right. Simple and short and sweet. Well, next one. Speaking of the Chiefs, in their division, there's only one team on top, and that's the Las Vegas Oakland Raiders. Will the Raiders win the AFC West, or will the Chiefs, or maybe even the Broncos or Chargers, come out and take it from right under their nose?
Wait, sorry. I think the Raiders are going to win it.
Think the Raiders are going to win? You're a fan. You're a Carr, Gruden. You're for Carr for Gruden?
So I'm calling that the Chargers are going to beat them this week.
Okay.
But I think they're going to do pretty well overall in the season. Let me just check their schedule real fast, but yeah, let me read this off to you. So they've beaten the what am I trying to say? Oh, that's preseason. I was like, they did not beat the Rams. Okay, they've beaten the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Dolphins. Those are like Ravens, good team. Steelers, no, and Dolphins like. And
they barely beat them with Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett is good though. Okay, so they're gonna lose to the Chargers. They're gonna beat the Bears, beat the Broncos, beat the Eagles, beat the Giants. Chiefs is gonna be tough. Man, I don't know. Then you got the Browns. Then the Broncos again. I think they beat the Broncos both times. Colts, they're gonna beat them. They're 0-3 somehow. Chargers, I think they split the series. It doesn't matter which one they win, but they're gonna split. So I think the Raiders win it.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to one last question for the AFC. Cayman, we've been asking this question for so long. This team has A.J. Brown. They have Julio Jones now. They have King Henry. But they just can't get over the hump. Cade, are the Titans actually serious contenders? I mean, Henry just looked like a champion again out there last week. And sure, we can say week 1 might have just been preseason week 4. So, Cade, are the Titans serious contenders?
Well, they are. But, I mean, A.J. Brown's injured, which really stinks because he's their obvious number 1 receiver. And obviously Derrick Henry can carry the offense because he's the best running back in the league. But, yeah, I get what you mean. They haven't been able to get over that hump. They're still leading their division because they're in the worst division in football. At least it looks so right now. Got the Texans. The Colts are 0-3, and then the Jaguars are 0-4. So they're going to win their division, no doubt. But, like, are they contenders? I don't think they're at the Bills level yet because of their defense.
So who would you consider? Up. Who would you consider top contenders? 3 contenders in the AFC? Go.
Off the top of my head, probably like Bills, Raiders, and see, like, I don't want to discount the Chiefs.
True.
So I got to put the Chiefs up there.
All right.
Until I know for certain they're in hangover mode.
All right. Gotcha. All right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
all right.
I get it. Let's move on to the NFC next. And Kate, let's start with the boring question. Who really is the best team in the NFC East? I mean, yeah, Dallas is one. Yeah, they played a good fight against the Bucs, but are they really the best?
I think the Rams are. I'm not
in the NFC East. NFC East.
Oh, NFC East. What am I talking about? Oh, my bad.
You good?
Yeah, the Cowboys are the best. Cowboys are the best.
Not that Washington defense?
No, it's not. Taylor Heineke is good, and he can move the ball around, and he can run the ball. But Dak and his receivers and Zeke has started to get it going, and then if he doesn't, Tony Pollard, their offense is better. Their defense is nowhere near as bad as last year. It's not anything special, but it's not just giving up continuous 50-yard bombs every play. So that's good. Philly, you like them. I still don't trust them. And the Giants are 0-3 with Daniel Jones. The Cowboys are the best team in this division.
All right. Well, you mentioned this team just now, Cade. You know I'm a big lover of Stafford and the Rams. Are they the best in the NFC?
The Rams are the best team in the NFC right now.
So that one game against the Bucs is not a fluke. That's proof they're the best.
That's proof.
All right.
It's no fluke that you're getting through the Bucs offensive line and killing Brady. And their defense is a huge part of it because, I mean, like any team with like the Cowboys, you saw they have great offense, so they can score pretty well. Defense is just not good enough. It's not terrible like last year, but it's just not good enough to keep up with 8 receivers that Brady throws to. The Rams are. The Rams can keep up with any offense. It's probably better than last year. Jalen Ramsey is looking better than last year, which is hard to believe, but it's true. And Matt Stafford is honestly a huge upgrade over Jared Goff. I was a little worried at the beginning of the year, preseason, and I'm thinking, is he really that big of a difference? Like, are we going to see a big change? And yeah, we did. He threw 4 touchdowns on the Buccaneers defense, who were consistently holding teams to, like, I don't know. They just had, like, one of the best defenses in the league last year. I don't know all the stats, but good team. I think the Rams are the best.
All right.
I'm not going to say the Packers.
If they do win the Super Bowl, I might buy a Matthew Stafford jersey. Just outright. I might do it. But here's the next one, Kate. This is a really weird one. Game 1, they come out and destroy the NFC runner-ups, and game 2, they get wrecked by the Panthers. The New Orleans Saints are a super confusing team right now with Jameis Winston, wide receiver twos galore, and Alvin Kamara. Do you think the Saints are a playoff team, Cade?
Am I on? Yeah, I'm here. Okay, so yeah, like you just said, weirdest team, and they're in a decent division, maybe.
Yeah, that's
I mean, the Buccaneers are good. Sam Darnold's looking like he can throw the ball, so the Panthers are They're still undefeated. And so it just makes me wonder, okay, they're playing the NFC East. You got like the Giants, football team, Eagles, Cowboys. Yeah.
Yep.
And you got the Seahawks, and they're not looking at anything exciting. I like Russell, and he could still make this a playoff team, but they're not looking great. That could be a dub. Tampa Bay, yeah. Atlanta, Tennessee, Buffalo, the Jets, that's a dub. I think they'll win one against Tampa, so they'll split with them. I think they'll beat Carolina. You know what? The Saints are going to be a wild card team. I think they will.
All right.
Just looking at their schedule right now, I know how their offense can be if Jameis is throwing the ball well. Because, and I mean, even if he's not throwing the ball super great, Alvin Kamara is still there, and he's like one of the most versatile backs in the league, like with McCaffrey, but McCaffrey's always getting injured, so whatever. I mean, Kamara's as good as they come for versatility, but like defense is good for the most part. Maybe a little shaky, but yeah, I think the Saints are a playoff team.
All right, sweet. Well, let's move on to the next one, Kate. Speaking of the playoffs, look, our division isn't great. Outside of the Packers, the Vikings' offense is good. Their defense is iffy. The Bears' defense is good. Their offense is bad. And the Lions are probably the best 0-3 team in football right now. So,
Wow.
Cademan, NFC North, do any of them challenge for a playoff spot? Because last year it was the Vikings and the Bears pushing for the playoffs. Ended up being the Bears, in thanks no small part to the Cardinals and Vikings both bombing. But what do you think? Will any other NFC North team besides the Green Bay Packers challenge for a playoff spot?
No, it's not even going to be close.
Not even challenge. They're not even going to get close?
They're not even going to get close, in my opinion.
Wow. Vikings offense isn't going to carry him.
No, because and I'd feel really good if we could beat the Vikings both games, because I do know that Dalvin Cook can be like one of the most dominant backs in football. He scored 4 touchdowns on the Packers last year. He's done that to a million teams in his career, in his short career. He could. I don't think Kirk Cousins will. I think Dalvin Cook could.
Gotcha.
Nothing against Kirk Cousins. He's actually looking decent. But if the offense is going to be carried, it would be by Dalvin Cook. I don't think it's going to be that close. I think the Packers go 13-4 this season, or somewhere around there. Vikings 11-6, or no, not even that. 10-7, maybe even 9-8. A wild card team.
Yeah.
Could they make the playoffs? Maybe, but their defense, they're going to play so many high-scoring games because their offense is good, and their defense has one player, one linebacker, and I can't remember his name. I watched him last year.
Eric Kendricks?
From sideline. Yeah, that man. He plays from sideline to sideline, and he is their only defender, and he runs like a 2.5 40 when he's on the field.
Yep.
So
that's the truth.
They're not going to be challenging the Packers for a playoff spot.
Gotcha. But they
Could
might
they
for
make
a wild
the playoffs?
card.
Maybe.
Okay, gotcha. You just gonna not even mention my boy Harrison Smith though? Come on, man. One of the most underrated safeties in football. Come on, give him some credit.
That's true. All right.
Thank you.
Whatever.
All right. Can't let the Harrison Smith ignorance from different viewers go on any longer. Cademan's heard this same speech before, so let's move on to the final one.
Harrison Smith is one of the most underrated safeties in all of the NFL, and he has been, and I'm so glad you're finally talking about this. Sorry.
Beautiful impression. Beautiful impression. Final one of the night, Cade, and this is a tough one for both you and for me to ask and for you to answer. We're both fans of the team. We both love the players, and we got the gear and the football cards to prove it. Will the Seahawks make the playoffs?
Oh. Why'd you have to ask me this?
It's a tough question. This is tough questions. How many wild card
spots are there?
There's 3 wild card spots.
Okay. So I'm looking Packers. So, okay, who are going to be the wild cards? It's going to be the Cardinals. It's going to be the Saints. And it's going to be the 49ers.
Oh, over the Seahawks.
Seahawks aren't going to make it, I don't think.
Interesting.
It's going to be close between them and the 49ers.
It will
be one of them. But you know what? The 49ers are looking better. They almost beat the Packers. They're playing now. The game with the Lions is a little weird.
It was week 1 though.
It was week 1. That's true, and we don't care about week 1 because that would mean that the Saints are one of the best teams in football, which is not true. Because that would mean that we're one of the worst, and then the 49ers are one of the worst, and then we're all making the play. What?
Well, the 49ers put up 41 points. Let's clarify week 1.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just gonna be weird. 49ers Seahawks,
Mm-hmm. And to be fair, neither team has the worst schedule because since they're in the same division, of course, they play each other. They play each other's rivals, but they both get teams like the 49ers get the Falcons. They get the Vikings. Both teams get the Texans and the Jaguars. Seahawks get the Steelers. We've already said that they just don't look the same as last year. It's going to be close, Cademan. Both of their schedules look really good. Do you think it comes down just to the divisional matches for these two teams?
Yeah, I think it really does because, you look and like you said, pretty much they're playing all the same teams. It's going to be the division matchups, and those are always the hardest. And you know what? The big thing is you have to win at home. You at least have to win your home games.
Gotcha.
Always win at home. You can't lose at home, and then that'll make it easier to go win on the road.
Of course.
Man, this is the toughest thing because I feel like the Saints are good enough for sure to make the playoffs.
Right.
I think the Rams are going to win the division. I think the Cardinals are definitely going to get the first spot. Could I see this whole division being in the playoffs? Sure.
Oh yeah.
Definitely possible. But I think the Saints are good enough, and they may not be far behind the Buccaneers. So AJ, I don't want to give an answer because I don't want to be wrong. But
all right. So let's say this. Seahawks win against the 49ers tomorrow. Do you think they're a playoff team?
Yes.
Seahawks lose to the 49ers. How much does that diminish your faith in them?
Wait. Actually, who's at home?
It's at San Francisco. San Francisco's at home this week.
Okay, so if they win on the road, I think they make it because I don't think the 49ers go to Seattle and win. Seattle's the toughest place to play.
Wow. Yeah,
in my opinion.
It's ridiculous.
The crowd noise, I remember on the TV one time, I couldn't hear the officials. That's how ridiculous it was. And I'm just imagining how crazy it would be being there.
Yeah.
And it's apparently you can't even hear your own voice when you say something. That's how bad it is. But
oh my goodness.
You know what? If the Seahawks win tomorrow, I think they're making the playoffs. That's how significant this game is actually.
Wow.
And then that could determine if the 49ers make the playoffs or not. And then
interesting.
Who are the Saints playing? The Giants. Saints don't have the toughest schedule.
Yeah.
You know what? I think this is one we're going to have to talk about and continue to talk about.
So we'll save this one for later. We'll save this one for later. All right. Sounds good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was 10 rapid fire questions about the NFL. Let us know in the comment section if you want us to do this again, maybe with a different sport. Maybe we do it when the MLB playoffs come up. Let us know. And Kate, unless you got anything else to say, I think we'll check out and have a good night's rest so we can watch those games tomorrow. All right. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time on the Allied Rivals podcast.